Good morning, students. Let us continue with the same chapter number 16, light. And today we are going to start with the new topic, reflected light can be reflected again. Okay, so let's see. So if the rays of light reflected by a plane mirror are indicate or are incident on another plane mirror, okay, so then the reflected rays are reflected again. In this case, the reflected rays on the first plane mirror become incident rays for all the second plane mirror. The further reflection from second plane mirror also takes place according to the law of reflection of light. So that law, according to that law, we have to see. So an optical instrument, or we can say a device in which reflected light is reflected again, is a periscope. Okay, so we will now describe what is a periscope. So let's see. A periscope is a long tubular device through which a person can see objects that are out of the direct line of the sight. So you just see this figure. In this figure there is a diagram to show the working of periscope. Okay, so a periscope works on the reflection of light from two plane mirror that arranged parallel to one another. Okay, now we will now describe the working of periscope. Okay, how it looks and how we can see. So suppose there is a tree behind a high wall which we cannot see directly, as you can see in the figure number 12. So we can however see this tree by using a periscope. This can be done by, see, the upper hole of periscope is turned towards the object to see here a tree, okay, so that the top of the mirror M1 faces the object. We look into the periscope from the bottom hole in front of lower mirror, that is M2, and the light rays coming from the tree fall on a plane mirror, that is M1. Okay, so mirror M1 reflects these rays of light downwards towards the second mirror M2. The mirror M2 then reflect the reflected rays of light towards the eyes of the person looking into the periscope, okay, through the lower hole. Okay, so since the light rays coming from the tree enters the eyes of the person or those who are observing, okay, so it is possible to see the image of tree through the periscope. Even though the tree cannot be seen directly. Okay, so let's see some of the uses of periscope that is given below. So a periscope is used to see over the head of the crowd. Okay, means says as in a football match. Okay, we can use the periscope in football match also. Now a periscope is used by soldiers sitting in a trench. Trench means or a bunker, okay, to observe the enemy activity outside over the ground. Now we can also use a periscope by a navy officer sitting in a submarine to see ship over the surface of water in the sea, even though the submarine itself may be submerged under water. So the fact that reflected light can be reflected again enable to person to see the haircut at the back of his head at his hairdresser's shop. Clear? Yes. Now we will next we having is yes. You can see here some angles between plane mirror and no number of image formed is given. Yes, yes, you can see. Now let's have a new topic, that is kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope. What is kaleidoscope? So the kaleidoscope is an instrument or toy that containing inclined plane mirror which produce multiple reflections of colored glasses piece or colored plastic piece and create beautiful pattern. You can see in this image, right, a pattern that produced by the kaleidoscope. Okay, so yes, now Now let's talk about more. The kaleidoscope that consists of three long and narrow strips of plane mirror indicating at incline at 60 degree to one another, forming a hollow prism and fitted into cardboard tube. One end of the cardboard tube is closed by an opaque disc, okay, having a small hole in its center. The other end of the cardboard tube is closed into two circular disc glass, okay. Means in short we can say they are just telling you how this is made, okay. So when we hold the kaleidoscope tube towards light and look inside it through the small hole, we see beautiful patterns of color glasses, as you can see in figure number 13, right? So actually the colored glasses piece act as object, and the inclined plane mirrors from multiple image of these glass piece by repeated reflections, and which look like beautiful pattern or a design. You can see, yes. So this is called kaleidoscope. Now, so here my dear students, we having the next topic is, here some activities given which you can read by your book. Now we will start with the new topic, the human eye, okay. So let's talk about human eye. So as we all know that eye is one of our most important sense organs, right? The eye enable to see the various objects around us. Yes. Now the main part of human eye are cornea, iris, pupil, yes, ciliary muscles, eye lens, okay. So which is flexible convex lens, we can say, right? And retina and optic nerve. All these parts of the eyes are shown in a simplified diagram of human eye. Now here one diagram is given, you can see which part is known as the different, right? Now let's see the construction of the eyes. So our eyes is shaped like a ball. It has a roughly spherical shape. The outer coat of the eye is white. The outer coat of the eye is tough so that it can protect the interior of the eye from damage during an accident, right? The front part of the eye is called cornea. You can see in the figure 16, right? Yes. So cornea is made up of transparent substance, and it is yes, blending out. The light coming from an object enters the eyes through cornea. The main function of cornea is to protect the eye, but it also help in focusing some light. Is it clear? Yes. Now just behind the cornea it is iris. You can see. Yes. Now this iris is the colored part of the eye. The iris has a hole and its center, which is called pupil. Okay. You can see pupil. Yes. Now pupil appears like a dark spot in the center of iris because no light is reflected from it. And iris controls the amount of light that entering the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. The iris is actually that part of the eye which give the eye its distinctive color. When we say that a person has green eyes, we mean that the color of iris in his eye is green. Clear? Yes. Now behind pupil in the eye lens, in the figure number 16, you can see the eye lens is a convex lens that is made up of transparent and flexible material like jelly. Okay, the eye lens is actually a living lens because it is made up of transparent living cells which allow light to pass through them. Okay, and the eye lens is held in position by cylindrical muscles, whose one side is attached to the eye lens and other side is attached to the eyeball. The ciliary muscles can be changed the curvature of the eye lens and make it thin or thick according to the need of the eye. So I hope you understood. Yes. So in the other word we can say the ciliary muscles can change the focal length, hence the covering power, okay, of the eye lens. So according to the requirements of the eye to see distant object or nearby object. Okay, thus the focal length and the focal length of the eye lens is controlled by ciliary muscles. Okay, please note the difference between convex lens, eye lens, and the ordinary convex lens made up of glass. Okay, so the eye lens is flexible convex lens whose thickness and hence focal length or covering power can be changed by the action of ciliary muscles. On the other hand, a glass convex lens has a fixed thickness due to which its focal length is also fixed and cannot be changed. Clear? Now, let's talk about more the retina. You just see this image, okay? The retina is a screen on which the image is formed in the eye. You can see where is retina? Yes. Now the retina is behind the eye lens at the back part of the eye. So the eye lens focuses the image of an object on the retina. The retina is attached to optic nerve, and the optic nerve carries the image formed on retina to the brain in the form of electrical signals, and the space between cornea and eye lens is filled with the viscous liquid that is called aqueous humor. Understood? Yes. Now, and the space between eye lens and retina is filled with another liquid that is called vitreous humors. Okay, we will discuss aqueous humors and vitreous humors in higher classes. Okay, the eyes also have eyelid which prevent an object from entering the eyes, and the eyelid also shut out light when it not required. We will now describe the working of eyes. Okay, so let's see how our eyes work. So working of the eyes. So when we look at an object, the light rays coming from the object enters to the pupil of the eye and fall on the eye lens, right? The eye lens is a convex lens, so it covers the eye rays and produce a real and inverted image of the object on the retina. Understood? So the retina has a large number of light sensitivity cells. So when the image of the object fall on the retina, then the light sensitivity cells generate electrical signals, and the retina sends these electrical signals to the brain through the optical nerve, and we are able to see the object. Please note that all through the image of an object formed on the retina is inverted, but our brain interprets this image as the erect object. Clear? Yes. Now let's talk about the function of iris and pupil. The iris automatically adjusts the size of the pupil according to the intensity of light received by the eyes from the surrounding. Okay. Now it shows to be noticed that the adjustment of the size of the pupil takes some time. For example, when we go from a bright light or to a darkened cinema hall, at first we cannot see our surrounding clearly, right? But after a short time our vision improves and we can see the person sitting around us, right? So this is due to the fact that it brings sunlight. Yes, it is that the bright sunlight, the pupil of our eye is small. So when we enters in the cinema hall, very little light enters our eye, so we cannot see properly. But after a short time, the pupil of our eye expanded and become large. So more light then enters our eyes and we can see clearly. Or on the other hand, if we go to a dark room, it's burning sunlight or switch or a bright lamp, so we can feel a glare in our eyes. Now this is due to the fact that in a dark room the pupil of our eye is large, so when we go out in the bright sunlight or switch on a bright lamp, a large amount of light enters in our eyes and we feel like glare. Gradually the pupil of our eye contracts, that less light then enter our eye and we can see clearly. Okay, now let's talk about rods and cones. So in the retina of our eye has a large number of light sensitivity cells. So there are two kinds of light sensitivity cells on the retina, that is rods and cones. So let's talk about rods. Rods are the rod shaped cell present in the retina of an eye which are sensitive to dim light. Okay, so rods are the most important for vision in dim light or as during the night. So rod cells of the retina, however, do not provide information about the color of the object. So that is why at the night time we can see all the things at dark, right? Because it cannot identify the color. Now next we having is cones. Cones are the cone shaped cell that present in the retina of an eye which are sensitive to bright light or normal light. So these cones also cause the sensation of color of an object in our eyes. Thus cones present in the retina of the eyes are responsible for color vision, and cones however do not function in dim light. Clear? Now let's talk about blind spot. What is blind spot? So at the junction of the optic nerve and retina in the eye, there is no light sensitive cells, no rods, no cones, due to which no vision is possible at that spot. This is called blind spot. Okay, and blind spot is a small area of the retina insensitivity to light where the optic nerve leaves the eye. For example, you can see in figure number 16. Okay, so when the image of an object is formed at the blind spot in the eye, it cannot be seen by the eye. So blind spot is not sensitive to the light because there are no light sensitivity cells like rods and cones in this region, right? So the extensions of blind spot in the eye can be demonstrated as follows. You can see the activity. Yes, here is one activity. Yes, so this is a drawing sheet, and draw a thick cross and circular dot on this sheet paper about 7 cm apart. Okay, now hold the sheet of a paper at an arm's length of your eyes. Now close your left eyes and look the cross of the paper which you are right eyes by your right eyes. You will also see the black dot, right? Because bring the sheet of the paper towards you slowly. Okay, bring the sheet of paper towards you slowly. At a certain distance the dot disappear, right? Yes, because the image has fallen on a blind spot of your right eye. Okay, so the displacement of the dot from view shot, there is a point on the retina of the eye which cannot send message to the brain when the image of the dot falls on it. Clear? Yes. Now in next class we will do the next topic. Okay, so I hope you understood the function of eyes. Okay, thank you.